guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to be doing a review on the two Becca collaboration face palettes. I know that I am very late to the game, but better late than never, and I wanted to give you guys my opinion on these two palettes. As always, please don't forget to like and subscribe and tap that notification bell to be notified of more videos, but let's just get right into the details. The Becca plus Chrissy Teigen palette is limited edition, but it is still available on the Becca site and Ulta.com for $46. You do get 15 grams of product in this, and this is what she looks like here. You get the two highlighters, Rose Gold, which is a permanent member of their collection, and Beach Nectar, which is kind of a newer one. You also get, oh my goodness, what is this one? Hibiscus Bloom and Malibu Soleil. 3 of the 4 products in this palette are new, limited edition, and exclusive to this palette. However, there have been some controversy about this palette looking very similar to the Becca plus Jaclyn Hill palette. Here's the Becca plus Jaclyn Hill palette right here. This retailed last summer for $52, and you get 20.4 grams of product. This is what it looks like on the inside here. You have 2 highlighters. Let's see if I can remember. Champagne Pop and Prosecco Pop. Then you get, this is Rosé Spritz, Amaretto, and Pamplemousse right here. So looks absolutely beautiful. This palette was super hyped and raved about, and everyone and their mother wanted and needed this palette, and it is absolutely beautiful, but you do see some similarities between the two. Here they are side by side. Obviously we have some kind of same tones in here, very warm and beachy and glowy, obviously because they're face glow palettes from Becca. But the main reason I wanted to do this and put it up as soon as possible is, even though there are similarities between this and people are like, well, if you have this one, you don't need this one. But then you're like, what if the similarities are a good thing? You know, I didn't get the Becca and Jaclyn Hill one, but I really like the color scheme in it, so I should get the Chrissy Teigen one. But we've gone through the overall look of these palettes, the price, and how much product you get. Let's get into the actual similarities with some swatches. I'm going to start with the highlighters in the Becca and Jaclyn Hill palette. We're going to swatch first here, Champagne Pop, which is a very beautiful, unique shade in my opinion. And there we have her right there. And then I'm going to do the Prosecco Pop, which is a very beautiful, just traditional gold. All right, now let's do the highlighters in the Chrissy Teigen palette right here. Let's start off with Rose Gold. Looks like that. I am going to swatch it in the middle here. Okay, so that's Rose Gold, a similar kind of pinky highlighter tone as, say, Champagne Pop, but in my opinion definitely different enough. And then let's do Beach Nectar right here. Oh, this one has such a pretty imprint. I don't want to ruin the imprint. That's what it looks like right there. And let's do this one on the bottom here. A very beautiful, just much more peach than I feel. So these two, this is Champagne Pop and this is Prosecco Pop. Then this is Rose Gold and this is Beach Nectar. I feel like the highlighter shades are very different. They are much deeper and more like would be, say, blush toppers on me or just a very light highlight, whereas the ones from the Jaclyn Hill palette I could use as straight up highlights. Still very beautiful, kind of a similar color family, but when swatched together, they look definitely different in my opinion. Then the other item everyone was freaking out about are the similarity between the blush colors. Now, in my opinion, they are releasing these palettes in the summertime. So when you think of summer blushes, you really do think of these bright, beautiful, pretty, you know, bright pink watermelon colors. So I'm not gonna get mad at Becca for doing that because it is a summer collection, so they are going to have some similarities in there because these are the kind of colors you think of when you are going into that season. But swatches tell all, so let's start off with Hibiscus Bloom from the Chrissy Teigen palette. It is just this beautiful pinky coral tone with a lot of shimmer thrown into it. There we have there. Then I'm gonna do Rose Spritz from the Jaclyn Hill palette, and we'll do that one on the top. Okay, all right. Very similar there. Rose Spritz is a bit more, I want to say, peachy than Hibiscus Bloom. And then we've got Pamplemousse from the Jaclyn Hill palette. That one, in my opinion, is definitely more similar than the Rose Spritz to the Hibiscus Bloom. This is Rose Spritz, this is Hibiscus Bloom, and this is Pamplemousse. So they are definitely very similar in the same color family, but if we're splitting hairs, they are different in their own right. And then last but not least, we've got Malibu Soleil in this one, which is a bronzer, and Amaretto in this one, which is a mineral blush. But let's get into swatching these. I'm going to start with the Malibu Soleil, which is a bronzer that has a bit of shimmer to it. So we've got that one right there. A very just light, could work on my skin tone if it was a bit more cool tone. And then let's go in with Amaretto here. Definitely, Amaretto is definitely less brown and more of just kind of a peach-based nude there. Both very pretty. I think Malibu Soleil would be very pretty as a blush if you can't use it as a bronzing or a contour shade. So definitely different in my opinion. There we have it, the two palettes swatched side by side. In my personal opinion, yes, they are very similar in the sense that they are very summery, in the same color family kind of idea of a palette. Are they different enough that you would be like, oh wow, this one is like 100 times different than this one? Not so much. I do enjoy both of them. This palette is absolutely stunning. I mean, pictures do not do this justice. I really enjoy this. I also really enjoy the Jaclyn Hill one. I mean, if you're a Becca collector and you're drawn to these shades, I would recommend picking it up. However, if you already have this one and you're very pleased with it and you're not necessarily, you know, oh, I need to have this, then pass on it. It is not a end-all, be-all palette. It isn't as unique and as fresh as, say, this one when it came out. So that's my opinion. I enjoy them both, and I'm glad that I have them both in my collection, but make your own opinions. Okay, there we have it. That is kind of my review and overview on these two palettes. Please let me know down in the comments what you think. If you have the palette, if you like it, if you don't have it, and why you didn't plan on getting it. And let's start a conversation down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and as always, keep it real. Mwah!